Hello students, welcome to my class. I love learning and you all love learning. Is not it? আমি সকলোৱে পঢ়ি ভাল পাওঁ শিকিব ইচ্ছা কৰোঁ আমি শিকি ভাল পাওঁ okay so you all love learning and I also love learning. I love learning, you love learning, so let's continue our class with this chapter that is learning. Okay, so our today's chapter that is learning. Okay, and it is your chapter 4 and let's begin with the meaning, characteristics and factors of learning, and regarding the meaning we will proceed with some specific definitions. Okay, we will proceed with some specific definitions and let's see what actually available here in our first point. The first point or the first question for the class, that is what is learning. Okay, so what is learning? So learning means acquiring something, gathering some informations, acquiring some knowledge from other sources, from any specific part of the society. When we people acquire something, gather some knowledge from other sources, okay, to change my existing behavior, my present situation, that we can consider learning in general terms. সাধাৰণতে যদি আমি লাৰ্ণিং মানে কি ক'ব যাওঁ, লাৰ্ণিং মানে কি যে আমি ইন জেনেৰেল যি বস্তু কালেক্ট কৰিছোঁ, ইনফৰমেশ্যন যি আমি লৈছোঁ, মানে আমি ছ'চাইটিৰ পৰা আমি আউটাৰ একচুৱেলি ৱৰ্ল্ডৰ পৰা যিখিনি বস্তু আমি নিজে কালেক্ট কৰিছোঁ, একচুৱেলি গেদাৰ কৰিছোঁ, যি নলেজ আমি গোটাইছোঁ, যি নলেজ আমি পাইছোঁ, ডেট ইজ লাৰ্ণিং. অ'কে, চ' when we talk about the actual meaning of learning, the first point says that learning is a lifelong process. Learning is a lifelong process that occupies a very important place in our life. It's not it? As you know, learning is from birth to till death we can learn. It's not it? So learning is a process of modification of instinctive behavior which enables us to adjust properly and effectively with the new environment. So learning is a process of modification of our instinctive behavior which enables us to adjust properly and effectively with the new environment. আমাৰ পৰিৱেশৰ লগত এডজাষ্ট কৰিব পৰাকে আমাৰ যিটো বিহেভিয়াৰ আমি মডিফাই কৰোঁ, আমাৰ যিটো বিহেভিয়াৰ আমি মডিফিকেশ্যন কৰোঁ, সেই মডিফাইড বিহেভিয়াৰটোক আমি কি ক'ম? লাৰ্ণিং. এক্সাম্পল এটা দিওঁ যে মই ইয়াৰ পৰা ক'ৰবালৈ যাব লাগে, ঠিক আছে, I don't know how to ride a bike. Therefore, what I will do, when I will try to understand how to ride the bike, I will get the information how to ride the bike, that can be considered as learning. Is not it? মই ইয়াৰ পৰা তালৈ যাব লাগে, তাৰ কাৰণে মই বাইকখন কি কৰিব লাগে, আমি বাইকখনৰ কেনেকৈ চলাব লাগে, এই প্ৰক্ৰিয়াটো we need to understand. Is not it? If we need to understand that actually process, that is learning. ইয়াত আমাৰ কি হ'ব যে এক্সিষ্টিং চিটুৱেশ্যনটো মোৰ কি, প্ৰেজেণ্ট কণ্ডিশ্যনটো কি, I don't know how to ride a bike, how to drive a car. If I don't know, if I will understand the process, I will practice and I can ride. That means the whole thing that helps me to understand how to ride, how to drive the car, how to ride the bike, that process is known as learning, because it is helping me to modify my present behavior which helps me to understand the process of using my car or bike. Okay, so here the next point said learning means to bring changes and modification of man's behavior to adjust effectively with the changing environment. মই এই মুহূৰ্তত মোৰ প্ৰেজেণ্ট যিটো বিহেভিয়াৰ আছে তাক যদি মই চেঞ্জ কৰিব বিচাৰোঁ, তাক যদি মডিফাই কৰিব বিচাৰোঁ, আৰু এই চেঞ্জিং যিটো ছ'চাইটি হয় এই ছ'চাইটিৰ লগত যদি মই এডজাষ্ট কৰিব বিচাৰোঁ, তাৰ কাৰণে কি লাগিব, উই নিড টু মডিফাই মাই এক্সিষ্টিং বিহেভিয়াৰ. মই মোৰ বৰ্তমানৰ বিহেভিয়াৰটোক মডিফাই কৰিম যাতে মই আহিব লগা বা নিউ এটা এনভাইৰনমেন্ট পাওঁ নিউ এটা এনভাইৰনমেন্ট মই এডজাষ্ট কৰিব পাৰো if I can adjust effectively in a new environment for that purpose I need to modify my behavior for example আমি অফলাইন ক্লাसेस কৰি আছিলো হয় অফলাইন ক্লাसेस কৰি থাকোতে কি হল এটা pandemic আহিলা because of that pandemic we people are inside our homes now the fact is here what happened to us that if I will follow that offline classes always that means what at present will not learn anything is not it if I will change or modify my behavior and I will follow to the online classes if I will follow the online practices that means what then I will learn something then I will acquire something then I will gather something is not it that means what that I am learning because the past environment the past experience that are available in the society that are available in me that helps me to modify my present condition so that I will accept the actually challenges available in front of me for example যেনেকৈ মই ক'লো যে এতিয়া বৰ্তমান সময়ত আমি অনলাইন ক্লাसेस ফলো কৰি আছো কিন্তু কালিলৈকে বা আজি কেইমাহমান আগলৈকে আমি অফলাইন ক্লাसेस কৰিলো হয় না এটা হে অফলাইন ক্লাसेसৰ কথাকে যদি চিন্তা কৰি থাকো that means বৰ্তমানৰ যেটো চেঞ্জিং এনভাইৰনমেন্ট I can adjust here if I want to adjust at this new effective changing environment for that purpose I have to modify my existing behavior if I will modify my existing behavior and I will adapt the present situation that means what I can learn and that is here learning means okay no doubt okay next we have definitions of learning okay so in your examinations different types of question will come but the fact is here now you have to understand the meaning you need to understand the learning and according to the question according to the questions mark you need to write the answers okay let's see what are the actually different definitions available here the first definition that we have Edward Gates said that learning is the modification of our behavior through experience and training okay experience and training okay at present we want to modify our behavior okay learning means actually modification of our behavior through experience and training if I have experience regarding any field based on my experience I can apply that experience somewhere to modify my behavior for example তোমালোকে আজি হায়াৰ সেকেন্ডাৰী ক্লাস 12 ৰ পঢ়ি আছা তুমি এই যেটো তুমি এক্সপেৰিয়েন্স পাইছা ক্লাছৰ টিচাৰ লগত কেনেকে আমি বিহেভ কৰিব লাগে how can we adjust with my friends that means you have that experience and along with that experience when we people move towards colleges then I can easily adjust or not yes because of my experience more experience আছে যে মই ষ্টুডেন্ট লগত কেনেকে এডজাস্ট কৰিব লাগে ফ্ৰেণ্ডৰ লগত কেনেকে কথা পাতিব লাগে if I know everything more teacher লগত কেনেকে বিহেভিয়াৰ কৰিব লাগে if I have that experience that means I can apply that experience in my college okay and also with the help of training I can modify my present behavior I can modify my behavior and when we modify our behavior through experience and training that is learning according to Edward Gates sometimes this definition will come in your examination that mention the definition given by Edward Gates and you need to write like this or you can write like according to Edward Gates learning is the modification of behavior through experience and training okay no doubt with this definition let's proceed toward the next according to Guilford defines learning is any change in behavior resulting from experience when we change your behavior through with the help of your experience that can be considered as learning okay according to Woodward any activity can be called learning so far as it develops the individual in respect of good or bad it is up to the individual just when you develop yourself when you people actually improve your situation, maybe from towards the bad side or maybe towards the good side. It's up to you students that you will learn the bad things or you will actually accept the good things. It is up to you people. But the fact is here, or the situation is here, that when we people actually develop ourselves, or when you say that learning is a process which actually develop the individual in good sense or in bad sense and makes him alter behavior and experiences different from what they would otherwise have been. মোৰ প্ৰেজেন্ট সিচুৱেশ্যনটো কি হয় বা মই কালি কি আছিলো, সেই দুইটা বস্তুক যদি আমি এডজাষ্ট কৰি চাওঁ যে টুমৰো হোৱাট আই উইল ডু, মই লাগিলে আজি সিচুৱেশ্যনৰ পৰা ডেভেলপ হওঁ বা ইম্প্ৰুভ কৰি মই ভাল কাম কৰোঁ বা বেয়া কাম কৰোঁ, মই আজি সিচুৱেশ্যনটো বা গৈ নেক্সট কাইলে সিচুৱেশ্যনটো যিহেতু মোৰ এটা ডেভেলপমেণ্ট এটা আহিব, আজি মই লাৰ্ণিং পঢ়ি আছোঁ, কাইলে মই লাৰ্ণিং পঢ়ি বেলেগ টপিক এটা পঢ়িম, ডেট মিনছ কি বেলেগ টপিক এটা পঢ়িলে আই কান্ট ফৰগেট লাৰ্ণিং। আৰু sometimes when we understand the meaning of learning, then we can easily understand some other topics related to the topic learning. Okay, that is the definition given by Woodward. So we have three definitions. Sometimes in your examination some question will arise that mention some definition on learning. Sometimes the question will like mention the definition given by Guilford, sometimes mention the definition given by Edward Gates, or sometimes the question will come according to Woodward, what is learning, or you need to write that what the definition actually, or sometimes the question will come like mention some definition on learning, or sometimes the question will come the mention the definition given by Woodward on learning. Okay, no doubt with this. Okay, let's see next point, next question that we have, that is what are the characteristics of learning. Let's see what are the characteristics of learning. The first characteristic that we have, learning involves all those experiences and training of an individual right from birth which help him to produce changes in his behavior. It involves all those experience and training of an individual which help him to produce changes in his behavior. Okay, learning is a process, it's not a product. Okay, because step by step we will learn, it is not a product directly. আমি এটাৰ পাছত এটা প্ৰক্ৰিয়া, এটা প্ৰচেছৰ মাজত ফলো কৰি কৰি বস্তু যিকোনো শিকো, ডাইৰেক্টলি বস্তু এটা নিশিকো। লাৰ্ণিং এনেকৈ নহয় যে এটা প্ৰডাক্ট হয় বজাৰৰ পৰা কিনি লৈ আহিম, ক'ৰবাৰ পৰা মই কালেক্ট কৰি ল'ম, ইট ইজ নট এ প্ৰডাক্ট, ইট ইজ এ প্ৰচেছ। ষ্টেপ বাই ষ্টেপ we will learn. Okay, learning leads to changes in behavior, but this does not necessarily mean that these changes always bring about improvement of positive development. Okay, according to Woodward, actually মই কৈছিলোই যে আমাৰ বেড চেঞ্জেছো আহিব পাৰে, নেগেটিভ চেঞ্জেছো আহিব পাৰে, আৰু গুড চেঞ্জেছো আহিব পাৰে, or positive changes আহিব পাৰে। It is up to us, not it? So learning leads to changes in behavior, but this does not necessarily mean that these changes always bring about improvement of positive development. One has an equal chance to drift to the negative side of human personality. I mean, negative ho pare changes, positive ho pare, it is up to you people. Okay, so learning e manor positive changes ho ane pare, negative changes ho ane pare. Okay, the fourth characteristics that have, learning prepares an individual for any adjustment and adaptation that may be necessary. Okay, learning helps the individual and prepares an individual for any kind of adjustment or any kind of adaptation that may be necessary in any situation. According to the situation, you have to prepare yourself, or actually learning prepares you people to adjust or adapt the situation. Okay, the scope of learning is too wide to be explained in words. It is a very comprehensive process which covers nearly all fields, cognitive, affective, and cognitive of human behavior. Okay, the scope of learning is too wide to be explained in words. It is a very comprehensive process which covers nearly all fields. The scope of learning is very wide. Okay, very wide. So it includes the domains of learning, or we can say the actually the taxonomy of Bloom. Let's see what it is actually. Okay, so here the first, let's see, the first one we have, when we search in Google Bloom's taxonomy, we'll have this actually domains. The first one is cognitive. So here cognitive means our intellectual skills such as critical thinking, problem solving, and creating a knowledge base. So mainly cognitive development means knowledge. Okay, cognitive means knowledge, and this is the actually this is the hierarchy here. Okay, cognitive hierarchy. Here we have remember, understanding, remember, and it has also some kind of hierarchies or points. Okay, so when it comes towards affective domain, we can understand what is affective domain. It is related to your attitudes, values, interests, and appreciation of learners. It is related to your actual emotions, your attitudes, your values. Okay, and next that we have psychomotor domain. Psychomotor related to your skills. Okay, related to your skills, or sometimes we can say physical accomplish tasks and perform movement and skills. Okay, so here the hierarchy like this. Okay, so when we say that the scope of learning is very wide because we have these specific fields. Okay, so next the 6 characteristics that we have. Learning is both individual and social. It takes place at both level. আমি অকলে শিকিব পাৰো, আমি এটা গ্ৰুপটো বা সোসাইটিটো শিকিব পাৰো। ইজ নট ইট আমি মই বলে ইচ্ছা কৰিছো আই ক্যান লাৰ্ন, মই সিঙ্গল কে ইন্ডিভিজুয়ালি আই ক্যান লাৰ্ন, এন্ড সোশ্যাল মিন্স মই সেপাৰেট কে কভাৰ কৰি শিকিব পাৰো, বা আমি এটা সোসাইটিৰ লগত আমি একেলগে গ্ৰুপত শিকিব পাৰো। হয়, মই অকলে এই মুহূৰ্তত টেবুলৰ বহি যদি মই পঢ়ি থাকো, মই অকলে শিকিম, আই ক্যান লাৰ্ন এলোন। হয়, ইফ ইনসাইড দ্য ক্লাছৰুম লাৰ্নিং ইজ পসিবল ফৰ সোসাইটি, গোটেই আমি ফ্ৰেণ্ড সাৰ্কলৰ মাজত পঢ়ি শিকিব পাৰো। ইট টেক্স প্লেচ এট বোথ দ্য লেভেল। ওকে, আমি যদি সোশিয়েলি আমি গোটেই সোশিয়েল সোসাইটিৰ পৰা বহুতখিনি শিকিব পাৰো, আমি ইণ্ডিভিজুৱেলি বহুতখিনি শিকিব পাৰো। Okay, next we have achievement in learning depends upon motivation and readiness. Motivation and readiness. মানে লাৰ্নিং অৰ যেটো এচিভমেন্ট হ'ব এটো কাৰ ওপৰত ডিপেন্ড কৰিব? মোটিভেশন। মই লাৰ্নিং, মই বস্তুটো শিকিবলৈ ইচ্ছা কৰিছো, I want to learn, but why? Where is the motivation? Why I will learn? Why I will learn how to drive a car? Why I will learn how to use the laptop? There is some motivation, because if I will learn how to use the laptop, that means what? I can use this laptop in any field of my education career, in any field of my professional career, if the profession is related to computer related activities. Is not it? মই যদি পুলে প্ৰজেক্ট এটা কেনেকৈ বনাব লাগে, মই এসাইনমেন্ট এটা কেনেকৈ টাইপ কৰি লিখিব লাগে, মই গুগল ইন্টাৰনেট কেনেকৈ সাৰ্চ কৰিব লাগে, মই একচুৱেলি প্ৰগ্ৰামিং কেনেকৈ কৰিব লাগে, if I want to know about all the things, for that purpose motivation is important. That is motivation available here in learning, because achievement in learning depends upon motivation. হয়, মই হায়াৰ সেকেন্ডাৰী ফাইনেল এক্সামত বলে স্ট্যান্ড কৰিব বিচাৰিছো, মই ফাৰ্স্ট পজিশন পাব বিচাৰিছো অসমৰ ভিতৰত, আৰু হেইটো এটা মোৰ মোটিভেশন যে মই ফাৰ্স্ট পজিশন পাম, তাৰ কাৰণে মই পঢ়িব লাগে। এন্ড এচিভমেন্ট টু লাৰ্নিংৰ কেতিয়া আহিব? যেতিয়া সেই মোটিভেশনটো তোমাৰ থাকিব। বুজি পাইছানে? এন্ড ৰেডিনেস, মই কিমান ৰেডি, মোৰটো মোটিভেশন থাকিলেই নহব। ইজ নট ইট? মই বলে মোটিভেটেড, I am motivated because I want to have that position. It is not sufficient. My readiness is important. মই কিমান ৰেডি, মই কেনেকৈ প্ৰিপেয়াৰ কৰিছো, that is very very important. It's not it? Therefore it is another characteristics. Okay, so these are the specific characteristics of learning. If you have any problem regarding any 7 characteristics, you can ask in your books So other characteristics available, just study if you have any problem regarding any characteristics in these 7 points, or maybe in case of your books you can ask. Okay, let's see what is the next point. The next point that we have, what are the factors that affecting learning? Okay, so let's see what are the major factors. Okay, first factor that we have, time of learning. So the factors of learning can be divided into three specific parts. Okay, tinta parts আমি divide কৰিব পাৰো. First one is physiological, second that we have psychological, it is this one. Okay, next we have it is school or actually environmental factors. Okay, school or environmental factors. So let's understand the factors. Okay, so the first factor, that is physiological factor. So in physiological factor we have the first point, it is time of learning. মই actually কেতিয়া পঢ়িছো, কোনটো টাইমত মই পঢ়িছো, it is very very important. As we all know, the morning and evening times are very good for study. If I will study on that time, that means I will learn perfectly, isn't it? মই বোলে morning 5 am আৰু evening 5 actually pm ৰ পৰা পঢ়িবলৈ start কৰো. So your time of learning very very important. Your time of learning is a very important factor. মই 5টা বজে ৰাতিপুৱা পঢ়িছো নে মই গধূলি কেতিয়া পঢ়িছো, in general what we will do that we people are studying at evening actually or morning, isn't it? So your time for study is very very important, because কোনটো সময়ত পঢ়িলে মই ভালকে মনত ৰাখিম, you can understand that. Okay, next is fatigue. মোৰ যদি ভাগৰ লাগি আছে, if I feel tired I can't study, I can't learn, isn't it? Mental fatigue or physical fatigue is up to you. If you people are tired or fatigue is there in your body, that means you can't learn. Okay, so it is also an important factor. If মই যদি ভাগৰি আছো, মই টায়াৰ্ড ফিল কৰি আছো, মই শিকিব নোৱাৰো, isn't it? কাৰণ মই পঢ়ি থকা অৱস্থাত মই টায়াৰ্ড ফিল কৰি থাকিলে I can't retain the things perfectly. If I can't retain it, means how can you learn? If you will not retain the things, if you will not understand the things perfectly, that means you can't learn, isn't it? Okay, the next factor, your physical health is very very important. If healthy নহয়, your physical health is not good, or if you are not actually physically strong, তুমি কেনেকৈ পঢ়িবা? তোমাৰ পেইন হৈছে, তোমাৰ বডিৰ কাৰ্ড পৰিছে, any reason, your physical weakness, physical disease, physical any kind of issues if there, then you can't learn, isn't it? So your good physical health is very very important for study. Next is age. For example, মই তুমি আৰু তোমাৰ গ্ৰেণ্ডফাদাৰ কোনে সোনকালে লাৰ্ণ কৰিব পাৰে? You, me and your grandfather, who will learn anything perfectly or understand suitably? Who? Obviously you, or obviously the person whose age is lower, isn't it? So according to the age level people will learn. Okay, তোমার age যদি কম, তুমি সোনকালে you can understand the things easily, you can understand things very fast, you will understand the things, or we can say your learning capacity will be good other than the next two persons. Okay, so age is very very important factor here. And 85 years or person এজন আর তোমার 5 years actually 15 years, so এই দুটা মানুহৰে এজ লেভেল টু বেলেগ বেলেগ হয়, কাৰণ এজও এটা মোটিভেশ্যন হয় ষ্টাডি কাৰণে, আণ্ডাৰষ্টুড? অ'কে, ফুড এণ্ড ড্ৰিংক, মোৰ ভোক লাগি থাকিলে মই পঢ়িব পাৰিমনে? নোৱাৰোঁ, isn't it? If I feel hungry, if I feel drink, actually I want to have drink, I feel thirst, I can't study. For that purpose nutrition is very very important. For nutrition কি বললাম, good food, good drink আমাক লাগিবই. If I feel thirst I can study. If I feel hungry, I can't study. So if your health fully nutrient, that means you can easily study. Okay. Practice, drill and practice is also very important. মই বস্তু এটা এবাৰ পঢ়িলো, দুবাৰ পঢ়িলো, তিনিবাৰ পঢ়িলো, continue to practice কৰি গৈ থাকিম, then I will understand the things, I can learn easily. Isn't it? Practice is very important. Practice makes man perfect. Okay, so if you want to learn something, for that purpose practice is very important. One time you can't learn, you can't understand. For that purpose practice is very important, isn't it? So these are the some important physiological factors that is very important for learning. Okay, next we have, that is psychological factors. So the first psychological factor that we have, that is goal of learning. মই কি পঢ়িম, your goal is very important. Our goal is very important. It's not it? Our goal is very important. মই কি পঢ়িম actually, এই বস্তুৰ কোৰ পৰা গম পাম আমি এটা গোল যদি আমাৰ আছে. If we have a goal, then we can decide that what I will learn. Our goal is very important, because if you have a goal, then you can, by following your goal, you can learn something related to your goal. Sorry, so goal of learning is very important. What actually I want to be, and if my goal is this, then I will study. More like I like exam said, so my present goal is to appear in the examination, write the actually answers of the examination perfectly in tomorrow. For that purpose, what I need to do, I have to study. At present my goal is that just study, because tomorrow I have examination. So goal is very important. Next we have attitude. Our attitude, two types of that, positive, one is negative. So positive attitude helps you to study some positive, to learn some positive points, positive contents, positive thoughts, positive subjects, and the negative points attract you towards the negative words, negative sides. So your attitude is very important. But actually you want to learn positive points, negative points, is up to you. So your attitude is very important regarding learning. Okay, your mental health, if you are mentally healthy, then you can learn easily. If you are mentally not healthy, that means you can't learn easily. So your mental health is very important regarding learning. So mental health is an important psychological factor that actually influences in case of learning. Next we have interest. Your interest is very important. If I will give my interest towards this subject, then I can say that I can easily understand the subject, I can easily learn. If my interest is not there, for example, তুমি যদি math subject to ভাল নোপোৱা, if you have actually you do not have any interest in mathematics, that means what will happen with you, you can't study, you can't learn maths perfectly. Your interest is very important regarding learning, because if you will not pay interest in learning, you will not understand the things perfectly. Okay, your intelligence, tumar kiman capacity, learning capacity kiman, tumar potential is kiman, what is your credibility, according to your intelligence moi kiman bostu hiki pam. For example, you are in class 11, you are in class 12. So class 12 hoy tumi jodi MA topic eta poibol jor, do you think that you can understand that one? No, you can't understand. According to your intelligence level, according to your quality, according to your potentialities, you people will learn. So your intelligence is very important regarding learning, because according to your intelligence level, according to your quality, according to your potentialities, you people can understand, you people can learn. Therefore we can say that intelligence is also an important or valuable factor or valuable psychological factor regarding learning, because is your intelligence influences on learning. Okay, motivation. Already I said motivation is very important. মই কিয় পঢ়িম, মই পঢ়িলে মই কেলে পঢ়িবলৈ আগ্ৰহী হৈছো, why I am motivated to study, which point motivated me to study. মই আজি কেলে ভালকে পঢ়িব লাগে, মই আজি কিয় actually ফ'কাছ কৰিব লাগে ষ্টাডিত the reason হ'ল যে my motivation is I want to have a good job in future, I want to do research, I want to take the first position. That is my motivation. So your motivation is very very important regarding learning. Needs is also an important point. Okay, your needs is very very important. মই এই বস্তুটো বিচাৰো, this book is important for me, this topic is very important for me, this actually stimulus is very important for me, I want this, therefore I am paying my attention. If I am paying my attention towards my own needs, that means what? Learning will occur there. Okay, so you need also an important factor regarding learning. Okay, reward and punishment. So reward and punishment is an important psychological factor that influenced a person to learn. মই যদি ভালকৈ পঢ়োঁ, I will have a good reward. মই যদি ক্লাছত ফাৰ্ষ্ট হওঁ বা মই যদি ক্লাছৰ ছাৰৰ কোৱা এনচাৰ এটা দিব পাৰোঁ, ছাৰ will give praise me. It's not it. কোনোবাই তোমাক প্ৰেজ কৰাটো তুমি বিচাৰা, তোমাক কোনোবাই গিফ্ট এটা দিয়াটো বিচাৰা, তোমাক ৰিৱাৰ্ড দিব, বিকজ অফ ইউৰ দিছ ৰিজাল্ট আই উইল গিভ ইউ দিছ ইজ ইউৰ ৰিৱাৰ্ড, ইউ আৰ ডিজাৰ্ভিং ফৰ দিছ ৰিৱাৰ্ড. আৰু চামটাইমছ পানিছমেণ্ট ইজ অলছ' ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট ফেক্টৰ. মই যদি এই কামটো নকৰোঁ, মাই মম উইল বিট মি. ইফ আই উইল নট লাৰ্ণ, আই উইল নট ষ্টাডি, that my mom will beat me. Okay, so reward and punishment and also an important factor, psychological factor of learning that influences actually on learning. Okay, let's see the next factors that we have, that is school or environmental factors. School or environmental factors. So the first factor, the first point under school or environmental factor, it is organizational factors. Okay, so organizational factor means যে মই স্কুল এখনত পঢ়িব গ'লোঁ, স্কুলখনৰ অৰ্গেনাইজেশ্যনটো, স্কুলখন কেনেকুৱা, স্কুলখনৰ ষ্টেটাছটো কি, স্কুলখন পজিশ্যন কেনেকুৱা, স্কুলখনৰ ইনষ্টিটিউশ্যনখনৰ কণ্ডিশ্যন কেনেকুৱা, স্কুলখন কোনটো লোকেশ্যনত আছে. দিজ আৰ এন ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট ফেক্টৰ. So these are related to organizational factor. Well, school condition, this is the condition of the institution, this is the position of the institution, this is the campus of the institution, the facilities available in this institution is very good. So if everything is perfectly available in the institution, that means I will pay attention or I will learn, I will go to that institution for learning. Is not it? Next is method of teaching. এখন ইনষ্টিটিউশ্যনত, এটা কলেজত কি থাকে, মেথডবোৰ কি কি থাকে, টিচিঙৰ মেথড. স্কুলখনত টিচিং মেথডবোৰ কেনেকুৱা, হয়নে, টিচাৰে মেথড ইউজ কৰে, অনলি লেকচাৰ দি থাকে নে ব্লেক বৰ্ড ইউজ কৰে, নে তাত একচুৱেলি কিছুমান ডিফাৰেণ্ট টাইপছ অফ উই কেন চি স্মাৰ্ট বৰ্ড ইউজ কৰে, নে তোমাৰ question student সুধে. So we need to pay focus on some specific points in any institution that actually influences on learning. Alright, method of teaching is also important factor. Okay, regarding learning, teachers efficiency is also important. Teacher quality keneka, teacher provide keneka, teacher actually quality ki, eligibility ki, and we can say the way of speaking, the behaving style, the discipline maintained by the teacher, the look of the teacher, the quality of the teacher, the speaking voice modulation quality of the teacher, the performance of the teacher, the voice quality of the teacher, everything is very very important. And if these things are not good, then why should you pay attention? Classroom তুমি গৈছা, তুমি টিচাৰজনৰ actually teaching style you not like, টিচাৰজনে কেনেকা পঢ়াইছে you not understand, টিচাৰজনে actually talking style you ভাল পোৱা, do you think that you can learn? So teachers efficiency is also important factor, is not it? Okay, it is also very important. So next we have facilities of home. আমি ঘৰত কি কি ফেচিলিটিজ পাইছোঁ পঢ়িবৰ কাৰণে. মই স্কুল যাওঁ, কলেজ যাওঁ, ঠিক আছে, কিন্তু মোৰ ঘৰৰ ফেচিলিটিবোৰ কেনেকুৱা, মই পঢ়িবলৈ ভাল টেবুল আছেনে, মই য'ৰ ঘৰ আছে সেই ঘৰৰ ওচৰত তোমাৰ একচুৱেলি নইজ হয় নেকি, হুলস্থুল হয় নেকি. চ' ইফ দ্য এনভাইৰনমেণ্ট ইন মাই হোম ইজ ভেৰি গুড, if my parents are very helpful regarding my study, they are very actually aware about my everything related to my study, then I can learn na? And this is very very important for you people, that if I want to study at my home, for that purpose I need a good environment, facilities that actually I need. মোৰ টেবুলখন কোনটো লোকেশ্যন আছে, মোৰ লাইট ফেচিলিটি কেনেকুৱা, মোৰ ফেন আছে নাই ৰুমৰ, these things are also an important factor regarding learning, because if these facilities are not there in my home, then how can you learn? It's not it. So facilities of home is very, very important. It is also important factor, or actually environmental factor, that impact on learning. Okay, method of discipline, classroom কেনেকৈ ধৰণৰ discipline maintain কৰিছোঁ, and inside my home, inside the institution, what types of actually discipline I will follow, মানে টিচাৰ্ছৰ টাইম টেবুল ফ'ল' কৰে নাই, ৰুল ৰেগুলেশ্যন কি ফ'ল' কৰে, দিছ আৰ ভেৰি ভেৰি ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট। বোলে 9:45 মোৰ ক্লাছ ষ্টাৰ্ট হয়, অ'কে 9:45 মই সোমাইছোঁ, তাত টিচাৰ আছে নাই, 9:45 মোৰ ফ্ৰেণ্ডছসকল চব আহিলে নাই, ইট ইজ অলছ এন ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট ফেক্টৰ। ইফ মাই ফ্ৰেণ্ডছ উইল নট কাম, দেন দ্য টিচাৰ উইল নট ষ্টাৰ্ট এ ক্লাছ, ইজ নট ইট? So maintaining discipline inside the classroom is an important factor for learning. Okay, learning by doing. So in our first year class, we discussed a topic related to Mahatma Gandhi, that was basic education. What we understand in basic education is that learning by doing. মই কিবা এটা কৰি কৰি যেতিয়া শিকোঁ, it is very very important, and learning by doing is a very important factor regarding learning. মই কিবা এটা কৰি কৰি যদি শিকোঁ, হয়নে, how to teach, if I want to learn that, for that purpose মই কি কৰিব লাগিব, মই কাৰোবাক পঢ়াব লাগিব, টিউশ্যন কৰিব লাগিব ঘৰত মোতকৈ জুনিয়ৰ ষ্টুডেণ্টক, is not it? How to make a craft, for that purpose হাতত বা practically we have to use some crafts, actually we have to practically use some elements to make a craft, is not it? If by doing, when we will actually learn, this learning by doing, and it is also an important factor of learning. Okay, next is learning facilities. পঢ়িবৰ কাৰণে মোৰ কি কি facilities available inside a classroom, blackboard condition is good or bad, the actually facilities for learning like books are available or not, the teacher is teaching perfectly or not, my health condition is good or not, actually I have my laptop or not, I have copies or not, I have pens or not. So these facilities is also an important factor for learning. Okay, so these are the important school or environmental factors of learning. Okay, so regarding these factors, maybe that is psychological, maybe this is physiological, or whatever it is related to school environment factor. If any have any doubt, then you can ask me. Okay, till that, thank you and bye bye.